Hello everyone and welcome back to today's stream. Yeah, well, okay, so I got my Xbox thing turned back on, but I'm probably gonna wait till tomorrow or something before I go back to adding that. I might actually start doing like it separately. Mostly because, like, I am considering starting to as far as you can. Why will it not load? Huh. Didn't know you can't see that far. Interesting. But, anywho. Okay, that's an easy one. So, long story short, obviously, it's almost time for it to finish, and I need like 100 more levels. And then some extra stuff, so I might just start streaming me just working on completing levels, so I might just include that in that. Or I will just do it off line or something. I think part of it is because I kind of don't, like, it's become, it can be slightly an issue to, it's been becoming an issue with trying to turn on my Xbox controller versus the other one. And yeah, I did bring my Xbox in here since, you know, generally my because that's essentially what my mom uses. I mean, no, she uses the TV in the other room. Okay, so obviously for our stadium, and then we will take this item and supporter. So we have two. And then we'll grab this back. Yeah, I should have done something to get that. Okay. Yeah, I should have. Oh no, I guess none of that's gonna make a difference. As long as you don't mess up my hand, then. I think I did everything, yeah, because I think it was just attaching energy is all I needed. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I don't know if you can hear it because my mom's watching a show in the other room. It's kind of loud. So, gee, what did he do? Huh, okay. So we can walk. So if I take all of them, I can use it for free. That's crazy. Okay, good. That's the trainer. Or the supporter. So I shouldn't have to deal with him leave my one. Alright, let's see if we can't knock it out. Start. Ah, I just realized, yeah, that's... Dang it. I don't have another way to get an energy. No. Darn it. You get one more turn. I'm pretty sure Teal Dance, when it says attach an energy, I think using abilities like Teal Dance counts towards that. So that's nice. And I did use, what was it, an item card? Yeah, I used an item card, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, that probably doesn't sound right. Oh, dang. Like, did he just time out? Interesting. No! Okay, I think that's it. And as dumb as it sounds, I do want to start doing the rank things at some point, but I'm probably not going to start that today. That's all you get for that? I mean, I guess it's fine. Yeah. Alright, we'll move straight on to the next. Oh, no. Oh, I had to do 2 energies? Are you kidding me? I could have been finished. Wait, why did that change my deck? Dang, it could have been done. I must have had a really bad game. Interesting. Do our draw first. Dang it. It's always sad. Okay, we have Charmander on the bench. With Charmander in the active. Oh, Blazing Destruction kind of sucks. Okay, what's he grabbing? Chameleon. Yep, Chameleon. Evolution time. Does he have a Charizard in his deck already? Possible. Alright. I'm gonna start by playing that. Using the mat on that. Boom. Yes! Okay. We'll take you, and you. Goodbye, Charmander. I'm assuming he's got a Charizard in hand, right? Okay. That's an interesting one. Charizard? Didn't? Oh. Well, that's not nice. Go ahead, Lily. No, 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 no. Thank you. Yay. Alright. Okay. Why didn't he evolve Charmander to Charmeleon and evolve him again into Charizard using the attack? Unless you can't do that. Oh yeah, I was like, well, I'll just do this quickly, whatever the quest is, and then move on. But then wait a minute, if I finish it, I don't have to do that. It's pretty. Ooh, shine. Fun. Fun. Definitely been kind of a long day today. It's not even over. So yeah, so I finished watching, I put it off for so long, but admittedly there's kind of a reason for it. Okay, so I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, and I finally finished it. Which is kind of sad, because apparently in 10 days, V-Rains and Arc V are about to leave Hulu, yet the ones after that are going to stay. The reason why it's kind of sad is because I want to be able, because my goal is to eventually watch all the Yu-Gi-Oh shows, just like with Pokemon. I want to eventually get caught up. Yay! But just like with Pokemon, I want to watch all the Pokemon shows, and it's kind of sad. I don't know. I might be able to find those two shows on the other one, Prime Video, because that's where I technically was watching Zexal at one point. Yeah, because I think I started on Hulu, and then when I had to take off Hulu for a bit, I switched to watching it on Prime Video. I don't know if it has the other ones, RB and V-Rains, but I don't know. So I'll find out here soon. But I have another but I have something else I need to do first. Come on, turn on controller. Thank you. Switch games. Either way, so towards the end, it's a really old show, so kind of spoilers for those who care. But like one of the things that, like, first off, I already had the main problem with it, where wait till I get back to it. Yes, you're back. You're mine now. I think that 5 minutes is actually you remove this one. Yay. I don't think I have more than... I think I just have these two. I know there's at least one more. No, there's... Yeah, I think it's just... And there's at least one more, which is her just kind of flying. This one. Which apparently I need to do this. So I need to finish working on that. It's this. But then I'll have at least 3 of the 4 slots. Ooh, I can have 3 in my RAR. Yeah, so anywho. Alright, so we should just play basic green survival. Anyways, so back to my thing. That does look like a cool wolf. Like that gray one with those sparkly eyes. I did... Wait, what? I don't remember keeping the... What? I kept the game? I don't know. There is a benefit of... I kind of wonder if that one right there is trying to be like... I assume the blue orbs is like those chests from before. Many people have finished. Jump, come on. It keeps swapping back and forth between what's decided to be jump. No! There you go. story. Honestly, as much as I hate to do it, I might have to start go back to using keyboard controls. Like, every time it's like, you're going to clap and you're gonna like it. Even though I keep pressing the RAR. Yeah, it can be so evil. Not the one I selected. Sorry. You know, it's hard to do emotes because of like the finger wrestling you gotta do just to do something, you know? I selected. So I press the same button and swap. One of the good things about using the Xbox controller, there wasn't a pain to swap back and forth between that and like PC and my Xbox. I would just use that. But yeah. Well, I should try potentially using my PlayStation 4 controller? No! Look down for a second. It's like, it's harder, it's getting harder and harder because all I want to do is press the, like, I jump and it's like, nope, you didn't press jump, you pressed a completely different button. No! Anyways. Yeah. Anyway, just some of the things, like, back to the spoiler thing of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Like, some of the things that bug me is the fact that, like, for example, they had, first off, you had the weird thing where, like, I power up and I'm so much stronger, so it made you smarter to determine what cards. Now, there are a couple of times, sure, there are a couple of times where it did actually, like, affect, like, oh, I used the power of Zexal to draw a card, draw the card I want. Sure, fine. I can accept that. But outside of the not counting the fact that they're cheating, you know, like not counting the fact that they're cheating, you know, they at least do something when they're powering up. But every time they're like, I power up, they're so much stronger. What did they do? Now, granted, there are a couple of times where they implied that they had to power up in order to summon this, to make certain characters like an actual thing. Okay, sure, that's fine. I can accept that. But when it doesn't, I'm like, that is so lame. And then the next thing, like, I guess I'm done. I'm just gonna kind of rant a little bit. But then you have, like, the next thing, where, like, then the next thing, they're like, oh, let's have, what is it? Okay, so the next thing you have is where, yeah, so then the next thing is like, oh, I have, like, and then suddenly, like, this is a one-of-a-kind card that mysteriously comes that I've never heard of before until now. And then I have direct support for the card. Not generic, like, support, like, oh, this is like generic Xyz support, where it just happens to work with this card well. Which, that happens too. But it's more for the cards that, like, and this card, despite never before seen before, has a card that uses this card. And they only get the one card. I'm like, how? And then, moving on, then you have the one where, like, the card art shows actual characters and scenes, you know? Like, you have these 7 Barian Emperors, and they like, in one of the last duels, he keeps using, no, actually, towards the last set of duels, there's suddenly, now, some of them kind of make sense, because, okay, it's implied that it actually is a special card, and it's implied that way. And some of them, but I guess overall, I can kind of be like, okay, this kind of makes sense. That these cards are probably a thing in it. You know, okay, fine, I suppose. Don't know why you didn't use it in the last duel, but I guess you just didn't draw it. But then you used the shiny draw. But how come you don't use it more often? But I don't know. I guess, like, you can only use it for so long. The shiny draw thing is dumb. Well, it's fine. It's at least makes the power up actually do something. But then you have the other ones where it's like, and then you have the last one where Yuma, suddenly, he's got cards that have artwork of characters, including an artwork of him. Like, are you kidding me? Like the other ones I can buy, fine. Clearly, cards, or actually, there's a side thing that I need to get into. But clearly, there's a set of side cards, right? And these side cards that, so you clearly have, okay, fine, cards in this other world. It's possible that whoever made the cards, rather they were magically made or whatever, sure, they probably made some and used the Emperor's peoples on there. Even though I side saying, I'm pretty sure some of them actually had them in their human forms. Like, are you kidding me? They didn't even, I don't know how that works, but fine. I can excuse those. The cards in Yuma's deck in that last duel, I cannot. I'm sorry. Yuma was in the cards. No, he might be like a close-up of him, but it's clearly Yuma. And then one that clearly has him in there. And then, okay, fine. Well, maybe that's just where he got the stuff. Like, the card's called High Five the Sky, which is a thing he's constantly doing and saying and stuff. Are you kidding me? Like, that's his catchphrase. Now, again, it'd be one thing if he actually went and got this card made, or maybe he gained some kind of magic powers that he was able to develop the card. Sure, fine, whatever. But he doesn't. Oh, and then don't get me started. Actually, I'm getting started. But don't forget about it's like, oh, now, like, they do, like, they're trying to combine the original Yu-Gi-Oh ending with the GX ending, where basically, because, like, the GX ending was essentially because of all the you had a character who just loved a duel or whatnot, and because of all the save the world shenanigans he keeps getting put through that he kind of loses that part of him, and the ending was all about him gaining that back, right? So, where he dueled a Tim, or actually no, he didn't duel Tim, he did Yugi, and then the second one, and the first one is all about showing the hey, since Pharaoh or Tim basically primarily did majority of their duels, hey, let's have Yugi face him off, and that's a pretty epic showdown. This one is a similar thing where it's a duel because he knows that okay, once this is over, that they're no longer going to be able to see each other, essentially, kind of. And so it has that vibes with the first one, but also his goal is because of after he loses someone, or actually more than one someone, that he's like, oh, I'm just going to put up my deck and never duel again. And by the way, this gets retconned too, because he uses the exact same thing that has like this ultimate power that can change everything. And he didn't stop. Okay, fine. He is a simple-minded guy, so I can forgive him for that. So essentially, so either way, Astral uses this card to do. I mean, he uses this to basically force him into a duel so that he can relearn his thing. I mean, his joy for it. I won't lie, it felt a little anticlimactic, or just like any of the other ones. He just kind of. It's not that I guess it's not fine that he can't just get suddenly better. It's I guess just the way it was portrayed. It just felt like it was just kind of he shifted from being I'm awesome and happy to duel, and suddenly now, oh blah blah. And the other thing is he's always constantly doing it. But okay, I guess the loss works. But anyways, oh, and then okay, so you have all that right. Then the other thing, which maybe it's explained in one of the other series, because I know spoilers, if it's a spoiler, I think Arc B is actually a prequel or something like that. As in, it takes place sometime after Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, but it doesn't take, I heard something about one of them is like an alternate dimension or something. It doesn't make sense if it happens at the same time as 5Ds, because there was a world thing that happened. So surely no one's going to forget that. Not to mention they have so much changing in technology using AR instead of just full-on VR, which I'm assuming they did for more safety reasons, but that's beside the point. My point is, so they go back in time, right? And there's these guys like in, I mean, sure, it's probably a little bit after ancient Egypt, maybe even towards the same time. And yeah, they did have a duel where they actually used the stone tablets in more of a kind of a duel, but just using stone tablets. That was fine. But then they keep showing them having like the cards and stuff. Where are you guys getting these cards? It's not the fact that they have them. It's that now you might be like, oh well, maybe the guy went back in time to do something. The evil bad guy, maybe. I don't know. But the other characters have cards too, if I'm not mistaken. But it's so weird about, because like you have the initial story, and this branch takes it a whole nother thing where it's like, no, these guys are cards now. The ultimate thing is a card. Why is it a card? They didn't come a card until more recently. In ancient Egypt, they were they were just monsters and stone tablets. But then again, the whole, like, one of the reasons why I liked the original, like, okay, there's 3 seasons that, honestly, I really enjoyed. Granted, one of them did eventually turn into a Save the World thing, which, that's fine. Actually, 2 of them technically did. I don't have a problem with the Save the World stuff. I like more of it focused on like tournaments and things like that. The fact that this all-powerful being stops to have a card game duel with you, and that's the other thing. Like if this is augmented reality, how come they keep taking damage, like real life damage? But anyways, so it's like my favorites are the Duelist Kingdom arc from the original one, the Battle City arc, and then in 5Ds, the Grand Prix. I like them because it was more focused on the tournament, and I love that aspect of it. One of the things I actually did like about the little mini series with the Pokemon TCG one that they did on YouTube. Go away, Papa. But is because they focused on that. Granted, I have some other things like I do wish they actually would have shown a full thing, like the full battles. But okay, that's fine. It was a mini series, but I actually would love a full series like that. I know I shifted gears, but yeah, I actually wish they'd make a full series like that. Just focus on characters having fun, playing the game, having like real world struggles, things like that. You can even, I would even be like, I'm to the point where I'm fine if they add a little bit of pizzazz with now you have holographic technology or something like that. Or even like you have like a screen. Like I'm fine with improving tech as long as that's the primary focus. But I just kind of wanted to ramble a little bit because I finished watching that show and yeah. Honestly, I just started taking some medicine for my ears. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been putting my headphones on is because it's been bugging my ears. And then that one time where basically I get hit with, I don't remember what it like. It's like a vertigo type. Anyways, I had to lay down for a second, and it's just either way, taking some medicine again. Hopefully, it kicks it out, makes it go away for good this time. So yeah. Either way, I'll see you all in tomorrow. I'm gonna, like I said, the goal is still to go back to doing this one stream. Um, but yeah, I also do need to work on the Xbox thing, so that might end up being my weekly longer form stream until I get that done because yeah, I need to do 100 levels and I mean, I got a couple of weeks, but like what? Like 1, 2, 3 weeks and 2 days. So, alrighty. Well, like I said,